What's going on, people? Hope y'all doing fantastic. Generally speaking, trucking in general has a very low profit margin. I see questions all the time. Not sometimes I get the question. I see it, all over the internet and stuff like that. Should I get a truck and should I get this and should I get that and everything else? But you got to understand, trucking in general has a very low profit margin compared to other industries. Now, other industries may give you somewhere between 10 to 30%, 10, 20, 30% profit margin. Brother man, what does that mean? That means that after they pay for all their expenses, salaries and taxes and everything like that, the money left over is 10% of 10, somewhere between 10 and 30% of their gross revenue. You get over to trucking. Now, this is according to statistics, industry statistics. The profit margin in trucking is somewhere between 4 to 6%. So that means, let's say your truck grossed $100,000 after you pay for all your expenses, taxes, salaries, and everything like that. What's left, according to the industry standards or industry averages, somewhere between $4,000 to $6,000. Now you don't work the whole year, 52 weeks out of the year, right? But in the trucking community, in the trucking world, 52 weeks, that's an arbitrary number. It's usually around 44 weeks. So, but throughout the whole year, your business made somewhere between $4,000 to $6,000. Now, does that work for you? Hey, that is up to you. I'm not trying to say that's good one way or the other. I'm just giving you statistically what the trucking business does, generally speaking, as far as the profit margin. But okay, brother man, but how do we get our profit margin up? I mean, you must know something, don't you? Well, I know a little bit. I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. But what I can tell you is a lot of people want to emulate the mega carriers. They see the mega carriers go out and lease all these trucks, lease all these trailers, and so on and so forth, right? That may be good, that may be bad, whatever. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on with the mega carriers that we don't see, or maybe you don't see, right? The mega carriers have their own financing department to sell you trucks. There's a profit margin there. The mega carriers have a brokerage. Well, they get wherever they get their load from, they hack it up a little bit. They transfer it over to, say, sell it to the brokerage, and the brokerage sells it to you with 75% off. So they hacked it off one time over here, then they hacked it up again once they took 25% off, right? That's another one. Some of these mega carriers have their own fuel stations where you go, they quote unquote give you a discount, and then there's another profit margin right there. I already said the financing department, so they're selling you trucks. Some of them produce their own freight. They produce their own freight, or they have a third-party logistics company where they control the freight. They go to a shipper or whatever, say, we'll just control everything. They do the warehousing and all that stuff, and there's a profit margin right there. So everything that you see, everything is not made just from moving the load from point A to point B. You get what I'm saying? So this is why in one of my videos, I think I might have said it maybe twice and maybe in two videos, that sometimes it's more profitable to control the freight rather than transport the freight. But that's another video. That's not what this video is about. I saw another YouTuber talking about the same thing I was talking about. He's doing his thing. But where can you find profit margins in your business, in your trucking business? Now, this is, if you have super high expenses and this, you have to go see somebody else. But if you have manageable expenses, here's how you can increase your profit margin, right? And the industry has done a poor job with presenting this type of information, all the way down from the mega carriers down to people on YouTube. Some people may talk about this. I think I hinted around this, but didn't come directly out and say it. We'll start with the lumper, right? Let's say you get a load from a broker and you get to the receiver and there's a lumper fee. Well, if you got to shuffle papers around, guess what? That's going to be a charge. 15, 20 bucks just to, write a check out, you're going to get reimbursed anyway just to write a check out. Well, you're going to charge the broker $20 or $10 or 15 or $20 or whatever, right? When you calculate how much it's going to cost you to do a load, let's say it's going to cost you, we'll just do a mileage cost. Let's say it costs your truck industry average somewhere $1, $1.85, $1.90 to industry average to run a truck, right? Well, you're going to tack on somewhere between 10 to 20 to 30%. Start out at 30 and go all the way back, right? And hopefully you're somewhere above that 6%. So you get what I'm saying? So even though it costs your truck $1.80, so you tack on 20, 30%, so that raises that whatever that number is to something. I don't have a calculator handy right now. So that's what you request from the broker. You know, I can do it for this. Like up here in the Northeast, I'll give you an example. Up here in the Northeast, there's a lot of tolls. Now, if I'm going into a toll-heavy area and I already know how much the tolls are, I'll charge the broker. I don't tell them that I'm going to charge them X amount over the toll price, but I just tell them it's going to be this, you know, because I already know what the cost is going to be. That's an extra charge. You know, I'm not... I don't know how... I don't know another way to explain this stuff. I'm just trying to put it out there to help people get an understanding. So you got the toll. So let's say it costs you $25 to go from Pennsylvania to New Jersey, depending on what bridge you go across. Okay, well, I'm going to charge the broker $35. Charge them extra $10 service charge fee, you know? Because if you charge everybody whatever it costs you to do your business, you're just breaking even. What are you doing? I mean, if you're not, we're in business to make a profit, right? So there needs to be a built-in profit margin over top of your expenses if you want to stay in business. Now, if you just want to get into the truck and just drive around and you just want to see the country and, you know, essentially not make any money, hey, that's fine with me. But that doesn't work for me. But that's a short video, 7 minutes long. It's kind of jumping around a little bit, but it's just to help you get you to think. You know, people want to get their authority and they want to get a truck and stuff like that. Well, if you're running your business at a cost, there's a cost to run your business, but where you make the money is the profit, the additional cost, the additional charges over top of what it costs you to run your business. But that's all for this one. We'll see you.